Yo, what's good, what's good? Yo, what's good, man? It's Genesis Elijah, aka Sugar Free G, aka Sugar Free Jesus. So, I just thought I'd put this video together. Obviously, if you checked my personal page, you've seen me talking about quitting sugar. So today marks my 100th day of quitting sugar. Thank you, you're too kind. And I said I wasn't going to do a video about quitting sugar until I'd reached 100 days, because there's a lot of videos on YouTube already about quitting sugar and why you should quit sugar, but a lot of them are only, I saw one talking about she did 5 days, like, whatever. Most of them are like 30 days. The reason I started this, the first one I saw, I think was on Vox Media, and I think they did something like 21 days or something. And that's what kind of piqued my interest into, like, why would you quit sugar? Like, what's it about? Obviously, I understand the concept of cutting carbs. That's pretty. It's kind of common knowledge now. But I wanted to see if the whole quitting sugar thing had any validity to it and what it meant. So I decided, all right, cool, I'm gonna quit sugar. And my initial reason for even going down this path was a weight loss or a fat loss initiative. After a bit more research, there was quite a few other things that I realized that sugar had a negative effect on. I'm not gonna go too deep in this video, man. Like, I'm gonna put links and stuff and you can check them out. There's so much information out there. This video is really just a really short one, just to say, yo, I'm starting this journey. If you wanna join me, come along. Might learn something, might not. So I told everyone, yo, I'm doing this thing, I'm starting it. And originally, even in my head, I think I was going for 30 days originally. And everyone was like, oh, you're gonna get headaches, you're gonna get withdrawals, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that. I was like, all right, let me see, innit? I didn't get any of that. By the day 5, I did like a journal, and by day 5, I was already like, cool, this is good, I can do this. I felt good on it. What hit me, like, I think it was around day 14, something mad happened. So I'm a kind of person who, when it comes to eating bad food, I have no control. Like, my willpower is 0. And I'll go out on a day and just buy, you know what I mean, a box of Mr. Kipling apple pies, 6 of them, boom, gone. Or anything, like, I'll just, cakes, all that kind of stuff. All of that, gone. But for some reason, I noticed around day 14, day 15, I hadn't even thought about going to the shop to buy any sort of junk, any chocolate, anything like that. I just been kind of focused on this no sugar thing, and hadn't even really been craving it. Like, and obviously I did some research and it was like, yeah, your cravings will go after a certain time. And a lot of people are saying your cravings will go after like 3 weeks or something. And cool, like, but for me, they probably got even before that. It was only at that day, like 2 weeks in, I kind of noticed, oh rah, I got no cravings. And it was probably in my life, or in my adult life, as someone who's been, like, I'm a fitness person, innit? So I'm into gym, I'm into eating healthy, but I'm also into my cheat days. And so I understand what it feels like to be hungry, but I thought I knew when I was hungry what it felt like. But it wasn't until then I understood the difference between being hungry and craving food. They're totally different, they're not the same thing. Because when you're hungry, you'll go, okay, for instance, I just finished at the gym now. I was hungry. When I finished at the gym, ate some healthy food. When you're hungry but you're craving food, you'll finish at the gym and you'll just get anything. You'll be like, you know what? And you'll rationalize it in your own head, like, you know what? I just worked out. Let me go get some waffles. because I just worked out I'm good. I can do it. But this was different. So that was the first thing I noticed, that I didn't crave any bad food, and what it did, it allowed me to then really focus on the food I should be eating and really just get on the diet I wanted. Because again, I'm not really, this whole thing has changed my outlook on the whole diet thing. Like, I'm not about the diet anymore. I'm 100% lifestyle change. And it's well cringy when you hear people say, oh, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. When I hear that most of the time, I'm just like, all right, whatever. But it's the only way to really explain it, because it is, what I eat at the moment is very different from what I was eating, only because I don't have any cheat days anymore, because I don't have cravings for cheat days. Before, when I was dieting, I'd have a cheat day and I'd literally be living for that day, man. Like, Friday night comes and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going to bed early just so I can wake up on Saturday, eat wherever I want. Always feeling like you're missing out. Even when you're eating healthy, you go to someone's house and they got whatever junk food and you're just like, oh man, I wish I could eat that. Like, not having that thought in your head is so liberating. And that is the biggest takeaway or the biggest thing I've gained from quitting sugar. So, like, another thing going with the cravings, yeah, is this idea of like having this emotional attachment to food. See, I always thought I was an emotional eater. So I thought, like, when I'm sad, I eat like this, or when I'm happy, I eat like this, whatever. Like, the moment the addiction was broken, that all disappeared. So this idea of like, oh, the reason I eat is hooked into some deep, dark emotions. Some of you might have that. Some of you might have like emotional attachments that are deeper than just food. But a lot of you, it's not even that. It's just biochemical. And once that's broken, there's no emotional attachment to it whatsoever. It becomes just food. That's it. So when I first started looking at people talking about they quit sugar is such a vague term. So you see a lot of people talking about, oh, I've quit refined sugar. You see other people talking, like I had a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, I don't eat sugar, I just have honey. All right, man. Or, yeah, I don't have sugar, I just have someone's telling me, oh yeah, you have coconut sugar instead. Sugar's sugar, innit? Like, the effect that all those sugary, sweet tasting things have on your hormone levels. Going back to what I was talking about, hormone insulin, but there's other hormones it affects as well. So it affects leptin and it affects ghrelin. Those are the game changers. Once you figure that out, everything changes. So this idea of like, oh, you can have this because it's not refined sugar, it's not table sugar. That ain't true. Agave nectar, all that stuff, it does exactly the same. It might have minerals in it. Honey might have minerals in it. All these things might have minerals in it, but it's still sugar at the end of the day. So a lot of things I saw online about quitting sugar was really about quitting refined sugar, then finding all the other ways you can of getting sweet things into your life, but them not being sugar. To me, that kind of defeats the purpose. It's like becoming a vegetarian and you're trying to find like meat-free sausages. And what if you're vegetarian, why are you eating sausages for, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, forget it. Oh, meat-free bacon. You're a vegetarian. You made your choice. Eat your lettuce and shut the fuck up. Anyway, so my idea of being sugar-free also it meant being sweet-free. Like all these sweet things, like, I cut them all out. So what I did is I made like a rule for myself. So I decided that obviously all food has natural sugars in it. There are some foods that don't have any natural sugars, but most food will have natural sugars. So I decided that this is totally arbitrary as well. I decided that any food with more than 2 grams of natural sugar was too much sugar. So that's how I started my cutting sugar out of my diet. I then changed it. I went up to 6 grams when I added, because I wanted to add nuts into my diet as well. And nuts, I believe, I was looking at cashews, I think, and they had 6 grams. But even that was limited. So that's 6 grams per 100 grams of nuts. I'm not really sitting and eating 100 grams of nuts. So I'm still getting my intake of sugar was seriously, cut down, diminished. The second thing I saw was people quitting sugar. So they would quit sugar, but they would eat a whole bunch of fruit. So they would almost still get the same amount of sugar they would be getting from a Mars bar from fruit. Again, it's different. The sugar's different. The kind of sugar's different. Not going into it in this video. We're going to it in another video. But I decided for what I was doing, I was cutting fruit out as well. Just understanding the effects of sugar on hormones. Like, again, man, it changed everything. So yeah, cravings dealt with. Obviously, with that in place, my diet being pretty much perfect, the weight came off easy. But like, I've cut weight before. Like, I do this all the time, or I used to do this all the time. That used to be like the kind of like the yearly ritual, was bulking and cutting, all that kind of rubbish. I know what it feels like to diet. I know how when you're carb depleted, when you're under your maintenance calories, I know what that feels like. It's horrible. This has been nothing like that. It's been the total opposite. I've been pretty much eating what I want, and the amazing thing is I only want to eat healthy. So that's a beautiful thing. My calories have been higher than they've ever been before, and I've still been losing weight. Sorry, I need to keep correcting myself. I've still been losing fat because I haven't lost any muscle. I haven't lost any strength in the gym. In fact, I've been getting stronger. So yeah, been great. 100 days have been amazing. The question I had before was, what are you gonna do when you hit 100 days? Is that it? You're gonna stop? Nah, I'm not stopping, man. Like, this is, why would I stop? Like, at the moment, this is amazing. There's no reason to stop. I have no desire to stop. I'm not saying that you have to, or you should eat the way I eat. That's mad. Like, do what you want. I honestly do not care. I literally have zero, I have zero investment in what you eat or what you do. Like, none. Could not care less. But if you want to do this, then I've got a little bit of an insight because I've been doing it. So as I move forward with it, that's what I'll be doing, man. I'll be talking about where I go, because it might change, man. I might decide, you know what, I'm gonna switch something different, or I might have more of an insight into why things work or why certain things don't work. And that's the journey I'm on. So this whole no sugar, no sweeteners movement, it's just growing, man. I'm getting people messaging me every day, asking me questions about it, seeing how it can work in conjunction with what they've already tried. And it's funny because, like, you can call it whatever you want, the quit sugar diet or no sugar, no sweets, whatever you want to call it, but the fact remains, all it really is eating real food. Because when you really check it, when you're just eating natural food or whole foods, there's no added sugar in them. And that's really the killer. We eat so much processed food. When you're just eating normal food, you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables, you're not getting any processed sugar. You're eating what your body wants, and you're giving your body what it wants. And because you're giving your body what it wants, it reacts accordingly. It performs accordingly. And everything becomes super simple. Like, as far as people are like, what do you eat? What do you eat? Just whatever I want, as long as I ain't got sugar in. It's so simple. It's not even hard. I'm going to do loads of different videos. There's loads of other subjects that I've kind of touched on, but I haven't really gone deep because I wanted to keep this video quite short, even though it's gone longer than I wanted it to go. And I'll be touching on different things, different subjects within this whole sphere of no sugar, because it is deep. We can start talking about glucose and sucralose and fructose and dextrose and lactose. Like, there's so much we can go different directions and figure out why things work, why things don't work. Talk about there's so much. You know what I mean? But we'll leave it at that for now. But so far it's been great. Big up everyone who's been following the journey. And we ain't even started, bro. We're gonna keep doing this and have some fun with it, man.